races and criteriums. Basically, there's a time, so usually they're like around 40 minutes, and during that time, you do a certain amount of laps. It's kind of just based on how fast the group is going, and at the end, you either sprint for it or kind of make a breakaway for it. I like it because there's a lot of tactics involved, and it's not just about pure strength like time trialing and other disciplines. It's a lot of fun.
So why do you race sprints?
I like how fast they are, but I also like how technical they are. So you have to have strength, but you also have to have skill. So it kind of puts multiple elements together all in one race.
Why do you race sprints now?
It's about the experience, and it just makes me a better cyclist all round. Just because I'm an endurance rider, I still need to keep my sprint skills up, and you learn a lot of good bike handling skills out there. And yeah, no, crit racing is a lot of fun. It's a completely different intensity, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Crit racing is a lot of fun. It's very fast, and it's definitely worth it. But I do have to say it's not my major discipline, and I'm not the best at it. So it's more for experiencing the crowds, and it's definitely a whole different atmosphere than a long road race.
At this point, I know that I'm not going to become a professional racer, and so I like to race. It's part of conditioning for me, but the racing is the thing that gives me the motivation to get up every day and to have a goal in order to stay in very good condition. I'm actually in my late 50s now, and I didn't start like a lot of the 50-plus guys that have raced pro and elite level. I started pretty late in the game, but I got into the sport for conditioning, and the racing is sort of like medication. It just gives me something to chase. It's something to do and work towards.
What's your favorite type of bicycle race?
My favorite is track racing, so in the velodrome, and it's just I found my passion for it. But in general, I really like and enjoy road racing as well.
How about you, Stacy?
I like road races more. I'm an endurance rider, so I'm not very well suited to the short, punchy races, but I like a bit of hills as well. Makes things interesting.
How does racing contribute to your life?
It allows me to travel places I would probably never go otherwise. And it always gives you something to do if you're other places. Like when I travel for work, it always gives you something to do when you're somewhere new, and you can make friends as an adult, which is sometimes hard to do.
Yes. How does racing contribute to your life?
Because we're both in college and we both spend a lot of time studying, and I feel like racing or training for racing is something that belongs to me, and I could whatever stage of life I'm in, I could always set time aside to focus on that. And through racing, I actually learn a lot about myself, and that's why I love racing.
Very cool.
Yeah, I like to race because it always gives me something to look forward to and plan things out for. The skills you learn from trying to figure out how to make a good training plan can also be applied to a lot of parts of your life, like studying for a test or just planning out vacations or whatever.
Yeah, racing bikes for me, I'm a pretty competitive person, so it keeps my competitiveness going, but it's a great challenge, and I love pushing myself. Cycling really does that. You push yourself like so hard, mentally and physically, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. You can race, but then you can also go on a nice social ride to a cafe and socialize with your friends, and then you get out on a race course and you got to be bumping shoulders with each other. But yeah, I think biking is a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a great community.
I love riding. That's the fun in it. Actually, that's when it's really fun, is when you're not training or racing, when you just go out and you just ride. I love the bike. I love it. Yeah, and I love riding.
Yeah, I love bicycles. I ride my bike every day. Maybe not for training, but it's my main mode of transportation, because I think cities are better with bicycles, and the future for transportation is more bikes. And I just love bicycles.
How does racing contribute to your life?
I have met a lot of very good friends racing, and it's opened up a lot of opportunities for me. Just coming to the US was made possible by racing my bike. So for me, it had a huge impact on my life in all the ways possible. And it was kind of, as a child, my bonding with my dad, because he used to race bikes. So it's kind of like, it's a bonding experience there. And like I said, I met all my best friends in cycling, and just being physically active was always important. But in racing, I guess I just found my people and found my passion. So being able to come here and basically, you know, get my education paid because of it is really, really a huge blessing, and I'm really happy about that.